In this video, we're going to describe our learning module on Kotlin. This is kind of an interesting learning module because we're essentially recreating our project from scratch using the Kotlin programming language. Now, why do we do this? Well, there are a couple reasons. If you go back several years, when I was teaching this class, in this video, I'm going to describe our learning module on Kotlin. Now, this is a bit of an interesting learning module because we're essentially recreating our project from scratch using the Kotlin programming language. Now, why are we doing this? Well, there are a couple reasons. Many years ago, I was teaching a live class, and similar to our class, there's question number 4, where you can ask me a question and I'll answer it to the entire class. When I teach classes live, I make that part of the quiz that starts the class, and every class starts with that quiz. And I still have that question number 4, which is questions for me. And one student, trying to be a little bit funny, said, "Can you go over everything you've covered this semester in 5 minutes?" And this was kind of late into the semester. So I took him up on the challenge. I went on the dry erase board, and in fast forward mode, I covered everything important that I covered for the entire semester. And at the end of the semester, several students left me feedback that said that was the most valuable 5 minutes of the entire semester because just seeing it a second time helped to cement things and put things together. So that's one good reason why we redo the application in Kotlin. Now, the other reason is Kotlin's very popular right now. If you are interviewing for a Java developer job, they're most likely going to ask you some Kotlin questions. So why do I not just teach the entire class in Kotlin? And I've wondered that myself. I've asked myself that several times, if it's time to just teach this entire class in Kotlin. Well, the reason for that is twofold as well. First of all, in our degree program, there's an assumption that everybody has taken computer programming 1 and 2 with Java. So learning Android, learning mobile development is learning something new. Learning Kotlin is also learning something new. And coming into this class, a lot of times people are at different levels of understanding of programming in the Java programming language. And so I don't want to introduce too much new stuff all at once. That's one reason. We're all comfortable with Java. We can use that as a platform to see how Java is applied in Android development. But there's another reason too, and that is you really don't appreciate what Kotlin has to offer until you've been through it the long way with Java. So you kind of have a better appreciation. And then another reason is that there's a lot that we can share from our initial project to our Kotlin project that we're working on in this learning module. Kotlin is just the programming language for our activities and everything underneath there. But the layouts, the images, all of those assets that we've created, we can share over. So that's part of what we're going to discover in this learning module. We'll start with a little intro on Kotlin for the Java developer. So if you're a Java developer, here are things that are similar. Then we'll take a look at starting a Kotlin project in Android Studio, very similar to a Java project. Then we'll see how to copy those assets that I mentioned from an existing Android application over to our new Kotlin application. Now, just like we use Butterknife, there are some Kotlin extensions that make it easy to access our widgets from our activities. So we'll look at that. Some of the real time-saving parts of Kotlin are that you can create a DTO in one line, and there's also this with operator where you can say with and you can pass it an object, and it means anything that follows that with command within curly braces should be operated on that object. So this video, we're really taking a look at some of the time-saving tools that we get with Kotlin. Use Retrofit to parse JSON in a Kotlin Android app. Just about any Android app now is going to need some kind of JSON read or interpretation, and we can still use the Retrofit library that we've already learned about. So here we simply see how to do it with Kotlin. Populated autocomplete text view in Kotlin and override toString. So once again, things we did in Java, we'll see how to do it very easily in Kotlin as well. Save objects to Firebase using Kotlin and Android. So something we covered just recently, Firebase. We won't cover authentication here, but we will take a look at how to save a Kotlin object just like a Java object. And then we'll also get notification when we get our changes from Firebase. So let's take a look at our Scrummy board, and we're going to look at the story called Explore Kotlin. So start a new Kotlin project. We're definitely going to do that and complete it. Copy the layout and the images. We have a video where we cover that exactly. add the Kotlin extension to bring our views over from our layout. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Create a DTO, that will go quickly. Implement retrofit in Kotlin. Yep, we're going to do that. Autocomplete text view with Kotlin. And once again, you see these sprint tasks line up pretty closely with the videos that I have in the learning module. Save objects to Firebase with Kotlin. We're going to start that and complete it. And get notification of when data changes. So those are the ones that we're going to cover. We're not going to cover the specimens. We'll save that for a later lecture. Right now we're looking at how to redo most of our project in Kotlin. So it's going to be a fun and productive learning module, and I hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you.